Why did you go back? Seriously, think about it. You get a cryptic letter from a factory where every single person was brutally murdered a decade ago by living, breathing toys. And your first instinct is to go there alone? At night? It doesn't make sense. Unless the question itself is wrong. We've been so focused on what the prototype is, what caused the hour of joy, that we've ignored the most important mystery of all. Who are we? Welcome back to Save Room, the place where we unpack gaming's darkest secrets. And today, we are opening the box on the biggest lie in Poppy Playtime. A lie we've all been believing since Chapter 1. You see, we assume we're the hero, a brave ex-employee coming back to uncover the truth and save the day. But what if we're not the savior? What if we're not even a visitor? What if, when we stepped through those factory doors, we were simply coming home? Let's start with what we think we know. Our character is a former Playtime Co employee who received a letter a decade after the Hour of Joy incident, prompting their return. But immediately, the red flags start piling up. First, the GrabPack. This is a highly advanced, proprietary piece of technology. Yet our character, who supposedly hasn't been here in over 10 years, knows how to use it instantly and with expert precision. There's no fumbling, no learning curve. It's like muscle memory. Second, our physical prowess. We survive falls that would break bones. We outrun and outmaneuver monstrous creations like Mommy Longlegs and Catnap. We have a seemingly supernatural level of endurance and resilience for an average office worker. And third, the memories, or lack thereof. The VHS tapes we find scattered around, they don't feel like we're watching strangers. There's a strange familiarity, a connection we can't explain. It's as if we're watching pieces of our own past, a past that's been locked away. The game wants us to think we're an outsider, but our own actions, our own abilities, scream otherwise. So if we're not who we think we are, then who are we? To answer that, we need to understand Playtime Co's true endgame. We know they were experimenting on children from a nearby orphanage. We know they were using a substance called the smile, or the stuff of dreams, to do something. But the creation of living toys like Huggy Wuggy feels almost crude, like a stepping stone. What if the goal was never just to make toys? What if the toys were just the practice run? I propose that Elliot Ludwig, driven by a God complex or a twisted desire to overcome human mortality, initiated the Perfect Child Project. The ultimate goal, to transcend the human form by merging human consciousness with a perfected artificial body, to create a new, immortal form of life. The GrabPack isn't just a tool, it's a test, a prototype neural interface. It connects directly to the user's nervous system. The perfect candidate for this project wouldn't be an adult, set in their ways, but a child, a young, adaptable mind that could be seamlessly fused with the technology. And we were one of those children. The experiments on the other children failed, creating the monstrous toys we know. But one experiment worked. Our character was the first successful transfer, a human mind housed and enhanced within a biomechanical body. We are Playtime Co's magnum opus, their perfect child. This explains everything about our unnatural abilities. Our strength and endurance? We're not fully human. Our instant mastery of the GrabPack? It was built for us, part of our own upgraded physiology. Our faded memories? The trauma of the transformation, or perhaps a deliberate wipe by the scientists to control us, caused amnesia. But what happened to us? Where have we been for 10 years? I believe we escaped during the chaos of the hour of joy. We fled into the outside world, our memories shattered, living a semblance of a normal life, our true nature dormant. Until the letter arrived. It wasn't a random summons. It was a recall signal, a trigger buried deep in our psyche, activated by those words, "Come home." Our journey back wasn't a choice. It was programmed. An instinct. And this is where the story gets truly horrifying. Because if we are the successful prototype, then our relationship with every character in this game is completely different from what we assumed. Poppy Playtime. She doesn't see a random employee. She sees a sibling. Another one of the experiments, but one that succeeded, where she and the others were twisted into toys. Her pleas for help are genuine, but they're layered with the complex dynamic of a family reunion. The other toys, Huggy, Mommy, Catnap, they don't just see prey. They recognize us. They see the favorite child, the one that got away, the one who is everything they were supposed to be, but failed to become. Their aggression isn't just mindless violence. It's envy, rage, and a twisted form of sibling rivalry. And then there's the prototype. We've always assumed the prototype is the final boss, the big bad. But what if it's something else entirely? What if the prototype is the first attempt, the original, flawed perfect child, a failed, fragmented consciousness, a monstrous amalgamation that achieved a different, horrifying form of immortality by absorbing others? It doesn't want to kill us. It's been watching, testing, and guiding us through the factory. It wants to assemble with us, to incorporate the one successful, pure prototype into itself, to become whole, to become truly perfect. We aren't being hunted. We are being courted by a monstrous older sibling. This isn't just wild speculation. The game has been leaving us clues in the shadows. The lighthouse project mentioned in the tapes, we assume it's a place, but a lighthouse guides things home. What if the project was about creating a beacon to call its successful experiments back? We're that beacon, and the signal was activated. The children's drawings often depict the GrabPack not as a tool, but as an extension of the person. They saw the future. They saw us. And most chillingly, the VHS tape from Chapter 3 showing a scientist saying, "The subject shows a perfect symbiotic link with the apparatus. The fusion is seamless." He wasn't talking about a toy. He was talking about a child. He was talking about us. So, what does this mean for Chapter 5? It changes everything. The finale won't be a simple boss fight. It will be a choice, an identity crisis. We will be led to the heart of the project, the place where we were created. We will learn the truth about ourselves. And the prototype will make its final offer to join it, to become the ultimate life form, to finally be complete. The moral choice of the game won't be to save Poppy or not. It will be, do we embrace our true nature as the perfect child, accepting the horrific means of our creation? Or do we destroy our family and our own past to cling to the illusion of the humanity we've lost? The final enemy isn't a monster in the vents. The final enemy is the reflection in the glass. Poppy Playtime is not a story about a man versus monsters. It's a Greek tragedy about a creation returning to its creator. It's about the search for identity in a place that sought to strip it away. We didn't go back to the factory to be a hero. We went back because on some deep, fundamental level, It is the only home we've ever truly known. And in Chapter 5, we're going to have to decide if we want to redecorate or burn it all down. So, do you think the player is the final experiment? Or is there an even darker secret waiting in Chapter 5? Let me know in the comments. If you want to help us unpack more terrifying secrets like this, make some space and hit that subscribe button for Save Room. Thank you for watching. And remember, always leave space for one more theory.